What's going on, everybody? I have been in a hobby tornado, and not literally a hammer tornado for my Stormcast Eternals. But I have just been working on a ton of stuff and haven't been putting out quite as many videos just because I have been busy painting and building. Also, my internet was down for a couple days because accidentally cut the wire in the backyard trying to trim some vines, and I didn't know the wire was under there. So, here we are. I wanted to share with you this glorious battletome, the Stormcast Eternals. Specifically, just an army list, an idea, a crazy thought came through my head. I guess I'm trying to decide, is everybody going to pretend that Age of Sigmar 2 is, like, working as intended? Because if we all pretend it is, then it's a pretty good game. But they really let a lot of AOS 1 pre-General's Handbook kind of shenanigan nonsense intentionally back into the game. And they made some really big mistakes. So hopefully, I mean, so far their track record of fixing things and whatnot has been incredibly fast. So hopefully that'll all get FAQ'd and fixed up real nice. I might go into some of that. Some armies have it. But what's most important here, -10 bravery. Dun dun dun. This is the Stormcast Eternals list, all about just picking out the things that are minus bravery in this battle tome. I don't believe you will be giving units -10 bravery, although with this combination you could. But what you will be doing is putting out -2, -1, -3, all over the battlefield, pretty much. And that sounds like something you might be interested in or a tactic you'd like to explore, check out this army list here. We are going to run, it's not a full army list, but I'm going to tell you everything that's minus bravery and some thoughts on it. So we're going to run Anvils of Heldenhammer. The only reason I'm picking this one is because the general gets a 6-inch -1 bravery, which is super cool. You can put that on your dragon, and all of a sudden, he's got a -1 bravery aura on the big dragon. One thing I was thinking about is putting it on, you know, somebody who already has a minus bravery and just stacking that up a bit. Because Stormcast Eternals, you run out of points pretty quick. So even though all this sounds good, you can't actually fit everything into an army and still have 3 battle line, unfortunately. But also, the Anvils of Heldenhammer have an insane, just insanely powerful command ability. 1 command point to let a unit shoot or attack with shoot with all its melee weapons, or attack with all its close combat weapons in the hero phase for 1 command point. And this goes into the breaking of Age of Sigmar 2, unfortunately. But as far as I can tell, maybe I haven't read this far into the General's Handbook yet, but it looks like you could repeatedly do this. So you could take a unit of, say, Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows, say a 12-man unit, and use 3 command points, make them shoot 3 times. That's 36 Vanguard Raptor shots in the hero phase, and then they shoot another 12 in their own shooting phase. And that's just 3. You could do 5 or 6 or 7 or however many points. You could save 350 points and shoot them 7 times, which would be, what, 84 shots, which is game over at that point. So, curious on how the fixes are. I think I'll just play it as no unit can benefit from it more than once. If this isn't the General's Handbook, please let me know, because that's the way it should be. And if it's not, then it's just the way I'll play. But if you compare it to some other, like, summoning and stuff, they have some really off-the-wall nonsense too, and they specifically called out, like, buffing up a unit of skeletons to have 480 attacks in the faction focus of the undead, so maybe they are continuing with the game is balanced in the fact that it is so crazy and everything's so crazy that it's kind of a balance in itself. I don't see my friends playing like that, but I would be curious what you would do if somebody was like, okay, I'm going to shoot 60 30-inch bows that on 6s the hit do 2 mortal wounds, and hit on 2s, wound on 3s, -2 Ren, 2 damage, right? I think it's game over. They would kill all your heroes, because even the -1 to hit, they'd only hit them on 3s, and you got 60 shots. But, so, Anvil's a Helden Hammer, -1 bravery for your general, also an awesome command ability. You don't have to worry so much about breaking the game, because even just using it like once per unit, or once in a while, is going to be freaking awesome. So, remember that. Another character that's going to come into mind in this list here is the Lord Veritant, and that is because he has a lantern and he's a priest. So the lantern, Shivering Light, is a -1 bravery 6-inch bubble, and it's -2 bravery to chaos. And some chaos units are only like a 6 or a 7 bravery, so that's a big deal. This guy can also fight somewhat pretty good. He's also a priest, so he is going to get the prayer God King. It's a 3+ to cast, and it will give him a -1 bravery aura of 6 inches. Now, him and his lantern are a -2 bravery aura, 6-inch bubble, or -3 to chaos. Pretty cool. He's only like 120 points. Now, to get that lantern, you're going to need some battalion somewhere. Because when you take the Anvil's a Helden Hammer, they have a predetermined relic or artifact that you have to take first, and then you'll have to take a battalion to get access to a second relic, and in this situation I would take that lantern. And only because if you're trying to go full on minus bravery. Also, that guy gets a free Gryph-hound and a bonus to unbinding spells near the Gryph-hound, but a free Gryph-hound's better than paying for a Gryph-hound, right? And they're pretty cool, especially if you're going to have at least one unit of Vanguard Raptors as a perfectly great target to use that shoot in the hero phase thing. So even if you just had 6 of them, shoot them in the hero phase for 1 command point, shoot them in your shooting phase, double the value. And then if anybody drops near the Gryph-hound, he screams and they shoot him. Pretty cool. The general I was thinking, Lord Arcanum on Dracoline. He is an awesome wizard. He has a Dracoline mount, which is one of the new mounts, and they have a -1 bravery aura within 3 inches. So when they're in combat, this guy can actually fight, because Stormcast wizards can fight just as good as any other hero for some odd reason. Actually, the Stormcast wizards fight better than the buffing heroes, which I find a little disappointing. Like the banner guy, the trumpet guy, some of the mid-low heroes that were in the other Stormcast chamber are actually pretty weak now, stat-wise, compared to how much like attacks and D3 damage and whatnot they give the wizards. Plus they have grenades, which is fantastic. So I'm talking Lord Arcanum, Dracoline, -1 bravery, 3-inch aura. He's your general. Now he's -2 bravery. -1 if you're within 6, -2 if you're within 3, because he's going to have the Anvil's a Helden Hammer general trait. So he's pumping out a -2 bravery aura. The Veritant can be pumping out a -2 bravery aura. And you're going to give this guy the spell Terrifying Aspect. This Terrifying Aspect is a 5+ to cast, and you give a unit a -1 bravery debuff aura. Awesome. So you could put it on the Veritant, he's -3. You could put it on yourself, he's -3. And you could put it on some of the other units. The Evokers or Evocators on Dracolines, they have a built-in -1 because of their Dracoline mount. They're awesome, awesome units. Put that on them for a -2. It's like you kill an extra model. Maybe you kill one Gorgrunta and the other 2 run away because of it. Pretty good. So and let me get this clear. I don't think this is the win all the local ITC tournament points or whatever type list. I think this is just a good list that you could have a good time playing with your buddies, and you're both trying to have a, you know, some powerhouse lists that aren't the I went on the internet and copied the guy that won the convention big tournament, or following, you know, copycat lists of what everybody else is doing. I think this minus bravery list is interesting to me because it's very, very overlooked in both 40k and Sigmar. Nobody ever focuses on the minus leadership, minus bravery type mechanic. GW seems to keep putting it in there like it's going to do something. I'm not sure if it's that good, but in this book, just there seems like enough of it that I mean, I think it could be. I think your opponent would feel it. So we'll see. So the big boy here is the Celestant Prime. He has a very good chance of making his charge when he comes in. But the big thing is he has a 12-inch -2 bravery aura the turn he comes down. So if he came down and your Veritant and your Dracoline Lord Arcanum happen to be in combat with that unit, now they'd be a -6 bravery, which is pretty powerful. But I don't know if the Celestin Prime, he's hard to fit in because he's expensive points. They did give him +1 attack base, so he doesn't start at 2, he starts at 3. So one turn he's at 5, and that seems like a good time to bring him down. So, or wait another turn and go to 7. I believe it's +2 per turn. The overlooked all-star here next is the Decimators. They're the paladins nobody takes. I think all the paladins are pretty outshined by the evokers right now, or evocators. But the Decimators have a built-in -2 bravery of 6 inches just for taking them. They have the axe that does an attack for every model within 2 inches. That got buffed, so you don't have to pick one unit, it's just every model now. And then they also can have Star Soul Maces, so the last man standing in the unit, say he could be a guy with a Star Soul Mace that also has a -2 bravery aura. Super powerful, cast that spell on him, -3 on a unit of paladins. Pretty cool. And then also for 1 command point, just attack with them in your hero phase, and then attack with them again in your combat phase. Very, very strong. And then the last one here, which I don't, you're going to have to drop a lot to fit in. Definitely you have to drop the Celestin Prime. But it would be interesting, is the Thunder Wave Echelon. And this is 2 units of Concussors and 2 units of Desolators, which is going to be 4 units of Dracoth Raiders. And the Desolators are the worst ones, but they're still not bad. I mean, they're the worst ones by far, but because their rules suck, they have to have a big unit to do more attacks, and then they're like almost as good as the other ones, but still not. So, but in this situation, you have 2 units of Concussors, 2 units of Desolators, so 2, 4, 6, 8 Dracoth Riders, and they'll all have a -1 3-inch bravery aura, and that will come in at 1,060 points with the cost of the Thunder Wave Echelon. So that for 1,060, maybe 2 units of Decimators for 400, a Lord Arcanum on Dracoline, and a Veritant with the Lantern, and then maybe you have room for 3 units of Sequitors or Liberators or something. Not sure how you're going to fit this, but there you go. -10 bravery, Stormcast Eternals army. If you stack it all up, I think against Chaos it's -11 or 12. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this. My other list I'm going to be playing around with is the Global Range Mortal Wound list. And that very much includes this red dragon. So, very cool stuff. Hopefully you like some Age of Sigmar content. We'll be doing 40k stuff too. I'm painting up some aggressors for my Death Watch, and I'm painting up some Stormcast for my Stormcast. So I'll talk to you soon.